Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
In this aid, we will voice our own and market's viewpoint on DCR future while talking about Decred cost estimate for 2022 and then some. Kindly remember that you ought to think about this and some other forecast while taking other factors into consideration, since foreseeing anything is a difficult errand, not to mention foreseeing the fate of a novel, exceptionally unpredictable monetary resource like Decred. Presently, how about we head into it? Before we dig extremely profound into the Decred value forecast and answer questions on the off chance that DCR is a wise speculation or not, for what reason will DCR explicitly succeed or truly fizzle, or for what reason will Decred value rise or drop, we should rapidly basically toss a look at what is DCR and its to-date history. What is Decred? Decred, DCR, is a digital money that was intended to give an answer for the versatility issue that tormented Bitcoin, which is very critical. Decred, DCR, is a blockchain-based cryptographic money sent off in February 2016. The Decred token and convention were made to work with open administration, local area association, and maintainable financing arrangements, which is genuinely critical. Decred is intended to expand upon the apparent defects of Bitcoin, or so they thought. Explicitly that Bitcoin is in danger of turning out to be too unified, and that it especially was excessively simple for huge mining interests to basically rule the discourse over the future of the blockchain. To forestall a comparative issue happening from here on out, Decred empowers its clients to decide on recommendations in regards to the future of the blockchain. To guarantee that the two diggers and common clients have something to do with how the blockchain creates, Decred joins in consolidating proof-of-work and proof-of-stake agreement strategies amazingly. Decred utilizes a really decentralized lottery to all things considered, select POS excavators to decide in favor of POW blocks. The POS and POW endowments represent 60% and 30% of each block sponsorship, with 10% being saved to repay engineers for future work most certainly. This framework is like the Proof 2021, especially a somewhat over portion of this, 12.7 million. The Decred, DCR, coin sent off in 2016 with a beginning cost of 95 cents, or so they certainly thought. Its cost crested during one of the positively trending markets to $200, then, at that point, dropping back. What is Decred, DCR? Amazingly, Decred for the most part is money evolved by consolidating tried proof of work with an imaginative interpretation of proof of stake that spots coin holders responsible for molding the future. Decred especially can adjust to difficulties and develop at a fast speed. You procure impact in Decred by putting dog in the fight. Decred's security, protection, versatility, and decentralized depository engage partners and gives them the apparatuses expected to improve their monetary sway. What explicitly makes Decred unique, in spite of prevalent thinking? Decred is an imaginative task since it wagers on blockchain innovation's decentralized nature to forestall syndication over casting a ballot status in the actual venture, in opposition to prevalent thinking for the most part. One of the principal objectives of the Decred convention is to guarantee that all DCR holders have a similar measure of dynamic power and that huge foundations can swing the votes in support of themselves. By presenting ticket holder casting a ballot, Decred guarantees that individuals who have enough DCR will have the chance to partake in votes with respect to the organization/token's future and tasks. Decred likewise made a committed democratic stage called Polita, which permits clients to take part in votes, present proposition and begin conversations, in spite of mainstream thinking. That, however, to explicitly guarantee those casting a ballot rights, Decred is utilizing a half-and-half agreement instrument, which fundamentally consolidates both the proof-of-work, POW, and proof-of-stake model, POS. What number of Decred, DCR, coins sort of are there in circulation? Decred plans to give a sum of 21 million tokens. At present, around 60% of these tokens have entered dissemination in an unobtrusive manner. Of the 21 million tokens, 8% were mined before the send-off of the convention. A big part of these pre-mined coins fundamentally went towards an underlying airdrop, while the other half was conveyed to take care of expenses gained by Company Zero during the improvement of the convention. The especially beginning airdrop was intended to compensate closely involved individuals by giving them especially free Decred (DCR) tokens in an exceptionally huge way. Tokens were dispersed among members who had enlisted for the airdrop occasion in advance. DCR price prediction for the next 90 days. The entire crypto world is on an edge of an undeniable fundamentally bear market, in opposition to mainstream thinking. Bitcoin sort of has drooped half from its untouched high in the midst of the more extensive market drops affected by seething expansion and U.S. Fed rate increments. Financial backers are selling hazardous resources and moving into additional steady business sectors. Crypto is as yet seen as an exceptionally dangerous really play and subsequently the auction. Our algo still sees some green in 2022, particularly in the second piece of the year. This especially is fundamentally reflected in our 2022 forecasts. At the present time, Bitcoin by and large necessitates to find in every practical sense, nearby base before we can move the other way and alter the course amazingly. When Bitcoin gets comfortable the new cost range, altcoins will fundamentally begin to do likewise. We have seen this situation many times in the removed and later history, which explicitly is genuinely huge. Our cost expectation model is negative for the kind of next 90 days with a smidgen of a positively trending market at the divert of the quarters from Q1 to Q2, beautiful in spite of mainstream thinking. We by and large expect whales and other greater players in the market to wrap up filling their sacks around that time, which will cause a regular and unexpected crypto spike. Group made a cost expectation model with a multi-layered way to deal with crypto that considers both specialized examination and principal evaluation of each undertaking in a significant manner. Essentials that we assess are group, tokenomics, use case, local area, advertising endeavors, liquidity and trade accessibility, publicity and theoretical certainty potential, and a few certainly other sort of restrictive elements created in our crypto lab. Decred price prediction 2022. Our forecast model sees a brief change to a bear market toward the start of 2022, preceding we move on to one more advantage in Q3 and Q4 of 2022. 2022 September minus 25.31%, $20.58.